Yesterday, I watched her slowly slip off the deep end and then quickly realized that she couldn't swim. Her hands slapped against the turbulent waters, and she looked up to God just to stay afloat, but no amount of life jackets and safety boots were enough to keep her head above water, and so she drowned. Not in the salty, murky waters, but in her pain and humiliation. Not even an ounce of false hope and determination or prayers and some kind of communication was enough to quench her thirst for a second chance at life. A third chance to get things right and a fourth to just survive. When the difficulties of her life became too much for her to bear, I stood there and watched her crumble under the weight of her own parents' mistakes without even stopping to consider what even made her that way. I saw hundreds upon thousands of specks of eyes locked on her, anticipating her bottom, hitting rock bottom. But little do they know, her bottom hit bottom years before when what was supposed to be her rock was just a million different specks of sand. If someone could just reach out their hands to just grab her and pull her back over the landing, then maybe, just maybe, she could breathe again. Feel the warmth of the sun radiating against her skin and her heart beating against her immaculate chest. But instead, her only chance of survival was latching onto the only other thing that wanted her alive. The only other thing that cared enough to stretch out their hands and to save a life. The dark side allowed her to live. Not an afterlife of resurrection, but an afterlife of persecution. Single-handedly assassinating every living thing she came in contact with the false hope of redemption. As her hands grind against the cold pavement of her now frozen heart, I swear I can hear the imprisonment of her redemption song. Banging against her now lifeless chest and gripping tightly onto every bruised and cracked rib, her redemption was forever trapped within this new way of life. It was a lost genre. Hip-hopping somewhere between Eagles, heavy metal rock, and life's rhythm and blues. I swear. Every single time that blunt touches her cracked lips, I almost wish that the high would physically take her in that same direction, spreading angel wings so that she can fly far, far away, soaring into the heavens and never having to wait at the gates because beauty recognizes beauty, but beauty doesn't become beauty unless we do the necessary actions of subtracting the demons from our duties as angels. And she was an angel whose wings were just clipped too soon. Forced to walk on water and perform the impossible task without the proper guidance from the people who were supposed to be her guidance. You know what? I don't blame her for wanting to slip off the deep end. She was smart enough to realize that a life lived in pain would be better lived if she was no longer in pain.